Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started here with our celebrity tarot card reading. We're going to get into Shawn Mendes. They're just going to do a nice little update on his tarot reading, and I am refusing to do full-on love readings right now. I think that a good old-fashioned tarot card reading for them is really nice. It comes out really nice instead of just doing the love stuff and just being as invasive as possible. So I would prefer to do that on this one too. So I just think that we have a lot of love readings on these celebrities. It's nice to just see where they're at, just like in general, as far as their, the path that they're on and the things that they do. So we're going to find out some more about him in just a minute. But first, hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot if you would, please, and thank you. Go ahead and click that bell. We're going to get straight into Shawn Mendes. Was born August 8th, 1998. He's from Ontario, Canada. Keep dropping eyes. Past. Okay. He's a Leo. His moon sign's in Aquarius. Birth path is a 7. He's a singer. I'm sure he's been in a film or something. I can't write it straight at the top of my head, think about it right now. But let me just get into this reading. And if we want to find out a little bit more about him afterwards, we can definitely dig a little deeper. I don't think we'll need to, though. Something inspiring is going on currently in Mr. Mendes' life. He's very inspired. He is King of Wands energy. He is all about purpose. He's all about action. Oh, come on, internet. Please, for the love of God. For the love of God. Did it go away? Did it go away? Okay, so basically, again, I just feel like he's very inspired to do something. He's seeking something out, seeking out some sort of energy, some sort of connection. It could even be dealing with just in general personal energy or a spiritual connection, but I feel like here he's inspired and there's a lot of energy behind it. He's being very passive about it because whatever it is happening as of right now, because it is an intense thing. It's something that he may not even be aware that he's dealing with right as of right now. Could be dealing with work, energetically, just seeking out spiritual. The root of it, yeah, just the new beginning of it. So passion-wise, work-wise, adventure-wise, this is definitely some sort of a new beginning that has opportunity, has a lot of things added to it. It could be just something that he's very inspired by. I do feel like he doesn't feel like there's anything exhausted about it. So he's going in for a new opportunity, or he's trying to give out an opportunity. Anything kind of likely outcome here is that this will land in an inflow place. I feel this is definitely going to be a balanced thing. So it's going to move ahead. It's going to move along. So again, whatever he's doing as far as spiritual, anything, connected to anything inspiring, anything that inspires him, anything could. But personally, his energy is just seeking something out here, and he's very determined to do this. And again, he's pretty passive about it. He's pretty quiet about it because he's probably, just making sure that, the intensity of it, he just get through that. So whatever this new beginning is for him, it is something that has been tempting, but it is with a balance. So the likely outcome of this, kind of turning out the way that it should is really working on his favor for his benefit for sure. It's just like he's very balanced in love. He is. He's very bright. He's very balanced in love. And I feel like anything that he's trying to do, any willpower that he needs, any empowerment that he needs behind him is it's a large thing. It's very strong. Okay, let's get into whatever he's leaving behind him. Okay, so there is an energy here of leaving behind some sort of grief. Some sort of episode of grievance, some sort of episode of dealing with what was necessary there as far as getting through something and doing it in a scheduled, monitored way. So making sure that, he gets through it in the way that he needs to get through it instead of like just pretending it doesn't exist. It was intense. There was a lot of emotion kind of surrounding here. A lot of message in it, or a lot of growth. It's almost like it took him out of his cocoon. Again, I think on his last reading, I indicated that he has changed quite a bit since kind of like going out on his own. And that does that to us. I mean, it does. When we are alone, we go through things that we wouldn't have to go through necessarily with another person. We would be able to put on their shoulders. But in the means, I'm in the midst of being alone. For 3 years, I've been alone. And literally every fucking ounce of me is in a knowing that I would not know any of the stuff that I do now that I would have, versus if I was with somebody or married or, held down or whatever, had somebody else dealing with all the shit that I've, been dealing with. I think it has a large amount to do with a person. And I think that it's important for us to go through it. And I think that's where he is on this situation because his energy is even different. I remember his last reading. That was definitely different. He felt different. He looked different. He's shiny. He was shiny and he's bright. Okay. All right. These are my cards, people. I know that you all wanted to see the cards. Cards. Don't worry. I'll show them eventually. I just get really distracted. What are you doing, sir? Yeah, see? Car. Okay, let's find out what's going on in the past that he's letting go of as far as any sort of grief. So it's definitely some sort of grievance. Again, it had him very, very exhausted. It had him very burnt out. And he took all of this as, some sort of opportunity to move forward. And that is definitely something that is left in the past because that was an exhausting situation. It was like he would take steps forward and he would just come all the way back. It was as if any of the effort or the work or the inspiration or the energy that he put into, as far as like his work or maybe the passion in his relationship at the time, anytime that he was like really putting forth all this effort and really just wanting to make some sort of an ending or a closure on it, it's just like he slid right back into it. So it was exhausting. And that definitely came to an ending, which is really nice because it was becoming to the point of meaningless. And we don't want to be mean, even if it doesn't feel good. Sometimes there's meaning there, but you don't want to be in a meaningless place. And yeah, this put him in a withdrawing place. So he went into kind of an isolation or hermiting, and he is letting go of that. That is something that is very much behind him because he's in a place where he has a lot of inspiration. There's a lot of positivity, a lot of good emotion, a lot of almost just like pure intention, just very organic, very natural. I think that he's definitely shining. The star card is definitely indicating to me, yeah, don't let anybody ever fucking dim what it is that you need to bring out. What he needs to bring out is that brightness, obviously, because, you can see it. Okay, let's get into what he has upcoming in the future, darling. What do we have as far as upcoming in the future? Where is Shawn Mendes going in the future? What is it the universe needs him to know? Leo. Curious. One more. All right. So he is headed towards like healing once again, just like that energy of healing. That's an overall like lifetime type of thing. And he's always going to have to be, showering, himself off so that he can get out and he can start brand fucking new, like in this way nice space every fucking day, basically just kind of like fighting and just making sure that he gets through the day. I feel like his personal energy is very charming. I think that he's very bright. I do feel that his passion, sometimes it's like he's fighting for it. Okay. So something in the future up ahead is really making him fight for this. And again, there's this healing energy surrounding him. So it's like he can kind of take the world on now, make something his world. He's looking into getting into some sort of family or blessings. So love is coming up. And this is something that's going to make him feel complete. It's going to, bring the world and it's going to make sense. It's going to make the world not seem so scary or not seem so meaningless. I feel like that's a good word for it. So again, there is some sort of a completion or getting into some place of a closure after whatever these changes are from healing, whatever this conflict was from healing, or whatever he was fucking fighting for, because there is a fight. There's a very big fight here, very territorial and very much like get off my fucking land or I'll beat you type of thing. So like, which is really crazy. I guess he's a Leo, so he probably does do that. That's crazy though, because like he must be very protective of his family. because he definitely loves whatever he's protecting here and coming into that completion or feeling like it's accomplished or coming into an end cycle. I feel like he's very adaptable to it, and he's very much in a loving space when he's, you know, kind of like got his fists up and he's fighting for something. So likely outcome here is just, you know, bringing that back into making sense around the world. He wants everything to make sense. He wants to be right with the world again. This is the way that we go ahead and do this, is we just move forward on our journey. Moving on. Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's an experience of love here, and it's available to him. And it's not something he can walk away from. And it's weird. There's a lot of like anxiety around it, but there's also this brightness around it. So I just feel like whatever this is, it's in flow. There's a balance here. There's feeling here. There's connection here, but it's not quite yet gone ahead and started yet, because that's upcoming here. But there's, okay. Yeah. So he's done the overanalyzing. He's done like trying to figure this out. He's definitely he's made his decision. That's where he's headed. He's headed towards love. So anything with having to do with love or connection or feeling like this calm or feeling this happiness or this peace. And it's just like the information that's coming in is just showing this loving experience that is awesome. It's really bringing his world together and finding completion. 5 of Wands, yeah. Yeah, that's a nice reading. Okay, so that's where he's headed. So he's finding love after healing and after getting through any kind of grievance or trying to, you know, become exactly who he's supposed to be. Our asses off to be inside of loving ourselves, more or less moving into loving someone else. Let's get out of here. I got another reading to do, so please go ahead, hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot if you would, please and thank you. Go ahead and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any of my very annoying notifications. Yes, if you like those, make sure you hit that bell. Other than that, I will see you all on the flip side. I got to get out of here, but you will be seeing another celebrity reading, so stay tuned. We'll see you later.